10 things you should silently eliminate from your life. Stoicism. Your life is burdened by things that drain your energy, cloud your mind, and keep you from thriving. But have you ever stopped to ask why you still hold on to them? Sometimes, the most profound change comes not from making noise but from silently letting go of toxic relationships, self-defeating habits, and unnecessary distractions. As the Stoics teach, freedom begins with letting go of what we cannot control. Today's video on Stoic in Your Life, we'll uncover 10 things silently wreaking havoc on your mental and emotional well-being. These hidden obstacles may seem small, but they're holding you back from a life of clarity, peace, and purpose. It's time to take action, not for anyone else, but for yourself. Because life is too short to carry what doesn't serve you. Start today, silently and without excuses. In the end, what you leave behind says more about you than what you try to hold on to. Are you ready to start living for real? But before we begin, pay attention to this story that will help you understand the wisdom contained in this material. A story to understand the wisdom behind letting go in. A small seaside village, there lived a young fisherwoman named Helena. She was known for her skill in navigating the roughest waters and for her incredible ability to fish even on the most difficult days. However, over the years, Helena accumulated a large number of broken nets and tools she no longer used. But out of habit, she kept them. Every time she went out to sea, the space in her small boat was filled with things that hindered her work. One day, as she was preparing for a long journey into the ocean, a strong storm formed. The waves hit her boat and she realized that the excess of things she was carrying was making it immensely difficult for her to maneuver. For hours, she fought against the storm, but she felt that the waves weren't her only enemy. It was the unnecessary load she was carrying. Nearing desperation, Helena made a difficult but necessary decision. She started to let go of what didn't serve her. First, she threw away the broken nets. Then, the old and worn-out ropes. Finally, she even let go of a few items she had kept out of attachment but that were no longer useful. With each thing she released, her boat grew lighter, and she could maneuver better. The waves remained strong, but Helena no longer felt weighed down by the past. Thanks to this attitude, she was able to stay afloat and, when the storm passed, returned to the port. She was exhausted but safe. When her fellow fishermen saw her return, they asked how she had survived the storm. Helena, with a calm smile, replied, "There are times in life when we hold on to things we don't need, objects, memories, or people, that only add weight to our journey. Only when we decide to let go of the unnecessary, silently and without drama, do we find the freedom to move forward more easily." The moral of this story is that in life there are many things we need to eliminate in silence to move forward. Sometimes, the weight we carry prevents us from navigating with lightness. Only by letting go of this weight can we discover our true path. Number 1. The fear of judgment. The fear of judgment from others is a subtle yet powerful force that quietly steals our authenticity, shaping our decisions and actions in ways we often fail to notice. It whispers doubts that keep us from speaking our minds, taking risks, or pursuing our true desires. How many times have you hesitated to share your opinion, stepped away from an opportunity, or altered your behavior just to meet someone else's expectations? This fear acts like an invisible chain, binding us to a life dictated by external perceptions rather than our internal values. Yet here lies a profound truth. We cannot control what others think of us. Their opinions are rooted in their own insecurities, biases, and experiences, factors that rarely reflect our true selves. Recognizing this truth is the first step toward reclaiming our freedom and authenticity. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, captured this paradox when he wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." This observation reveals how we often prioritize fleeting judgments over the enduring truth of who we are. Stoicism, a philosophy designed to cultivate inner peace and resilience, teaches us to focus on what we can control: our own thoughts, actions, and character. Everything else, including the opinions of others, lies beyond our influence. Embracing this perspective frees us from the exhausting pursuit of external validation, allowing us to live more authentically and with greater peace of mind. Take the story of Sarah, an aspiring writer whose fear of judgment kept her work hidden for years. Her inner critic echoed thoughts like, "What if people think I'm not good enough?" This fear paralyzed her creativity and stalled her dreams. Then one day she encountered the teachings of Stoicism and had an epiphany. Her fear stemmed from trying to control something uncontrollable: the opinions of others, asking herself, whose life am I living, mine or someone else's? Sarah made the courageous decision to publish her stories. Predictably, critics emerged, but Sarah discovered a profound sense of freedom in living authentically. What surprised her most was that her courage inspired others to follow their own passions, proving that by letting go of the fear of judgment, we not only liberate ourselves, but also empower those around us. Sarah's experience highlights an important truth: the opinions of others are often fleeting and say far more about them than about us. When we live in constant fear of judgment, we sacrifice our potential and happiness, all for the sake of meeting standards that may not even align with our values. Stoic philosophy urges us to flip this perspective. Instead of seeking approval from others, we should strive to live according to our principles. By focusing on what truly matters, our integrity, our actions, and our growth, we break free from the need for external validation and discover a deeper sense of fulfillment. Modern life, with its amplified culture of social comparison, makes this lesson more relevant than ever. Social media, for instance, often creates a pressure to curate a perfect image and seek likes or validation, but this kind of approval is fleeting and hollow. What matters is not how others perceive you, but how you perceive yourself. Each time you make a choice based on your own values rather than fear of judgment, you reclaim your power and strengthen your character. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, advised, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This wisdom reminds us that growth often requires us to step outside the comfort of others' approval. Letting go of the fear of judgment is not just about personal freedom. It is about living a life true to yourself. Consider for a moment, what dreams, goals, or passions are you keeping hidden because of this fear? Is the fleeting opinion of someone else worth the cost of your potential happiness and fulfillment? By embracing Stoic principles and focusing on what truly matters, you can break free from these invisible chains. Each time you choose authenticity over approval, you set a powerful example, both for yourself and for others, that living courageously is the ultimate freedom. The opinions of others are like passing clouds. They drift in and out of our lives, leaving little lasting impact. Why allow such transitory thoughts to define your path? Your integrity, happiness, and sense of purpose are yours to nurture. By choosing to prioritize your values and character over the need for validation, you unlock a life of authenticity and courage. The lesson is simple, yet transformative. Others. Opinions are not your responsibility, but your growth and actions are. Now ask yourself, what could you accomplish if you lived for yourself, unshackled by the judgment of others? In this clarity lies the freedom to be unapologetically you. Number 2, toxic relationships. Toxic relationships, whether with family members, friends, or colleagues, act as invisible chains that bind us, draining our energy, clouding our perspective, and inhibiting personal growth. These connections can feel like carrying a heavy stone uphill. Each step we take feels more burdensome, yet we persist, believing the weight is necessary or unavoidable. But Stoic philosophy offers us profound guidance in these situations. urging us to assess what is truly within our control and what must be released for the sake of our own well-being. As Epictetus wisely remarked, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This core teaching of Stoicism highlights the importance of recognizing our power to choose how we respond to the challenges in our lives, including the relationships we maintain. Toxic relationships often persist because we feel trapped by emotions, such as guilt, fear, or misplaced duty. Perhaps we worry about the consequences of severing ties or dread the discomfort of confrontation. However, when we cling to such connections out of obligation or apprehension, we surrender control over our peace of mind and allow negativity to fester in our lives. Modern Stoicism, which adapts ancient wisdom to the challenges of today, encourages us to examine these relationships with clear-eyed rationality. This involves stripping away the layers of emotional attachment and sentimentality that can distort our judgment, enabling us to evaluate the true impact of these relationships on our well-being. Are they nourishing and supportive, or do they bring more harm than good? Setting boundaries or even walking away from toxic relationships can feel like an act of betrayal, but in reality, it is an act of self-preservation and a practice of mutual respect. As Marcus Aurelius advised, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." By stepping back from relationships that cause harm, we protect our mental and emotional health, refusing to let the actions or words of others dictate our inner state. This does not mean abandoning loved ones or acting without compassion. Rather, it means prioritizing our own inner peace and recognizing when a relationship is beyond repair or too damaging to continue. When we distance ourselves from toxicity, we reclaim the energy and focus that these draining relationships have stolen from us. In doing so, we create space in our lives for connections that inspire, nurture, and uplift us. Relationships built on mutual trust, respect, and kindness. This act of letting go is not a rejection of others, but a profound expression of self-love and self-awareness. It demonstrates an understanding that our mental and emotional health are non-negotiable, and that by prioritizing them, we can live more fulfilling, balanced lives. Letting go is a process, and it requires courage and reflection. It is not a decision made lightly, but one rooted in a deep understanding of our own needs and values. When we practice this, we align ourselves with the Stoic principle of living in harmony, both with ourselves and the world around us. This principle teaches us that while we cannot control the behavior of others, we can control how much power we allow their negativity to have over us. By releasing toxic relationships, we embody the resilience and rationality that Stoicism champions, allowing us to move forward with a clearer mind and a lighter heart. The decision to release toxicity from our lives is an affirmation of our commitment to living with purpose and integrity. It is a recognition that we deserve to thrive, not merely survive, and that our well-being is worthy of protection. By embracing this truth, we not only free ourselves from the burdens of unhealthy relationships, but also set an example for others, showing that prioritizing one's mental and emotional health is a vital act of courage and wisdom. In doing so, we practice the timeless tenets of Stoicism, nurturing a life that is free, peaceful, and full of meaningful connections. Number 3. Self-sabotaging habits. Self-sabotaging habits are often silent yet persistent barriers to our potential, rooted deep in unconscious fears and limiting beliefs. These behaviors, whether procrastination, negative self-talk, or seeking refuge in distractions, arise from a complex interplay of past experiences, insecurities, and a paradoxical fear of both failure and success. We may avoid risks to shield ourselves from disappointment, yet in doing so, we unconsciously limit our own growth. Even when we recognize that these habits are counterproductive, They can feel so deeply ingrained in our routines that the prospect of change becomes intimidating. Stoicism offers a framework to confront these challenges, reminding us that while habits may shape our present, they do not define our future. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This insight highlights a profound truth. The ability to overcome self-sabotage lies within our own minds and actions. To break free from these tendencies, we must first cultivate awareness of their presence in our lives. Begin by reflecting on the ways self-sabotaging habits manifest and the consequences they have on your goals, relationships, and overall well-being. For example, if procrastination stalls your progress, explore the underlying fears: fear of imperfection, fear of judgment, or even fear of success that fuel your hesitation. Awareness creates the foundation for intentional change. Once you understand these patterns, you can take purposeful steps toward replacing them with healthier behaviors. Setting clear, achievable goals is an essential part of this process, providing not only direction, but also measurable milestones to help you regain a sense of accomplishment and control. Pair this with self-compassion, which helps soften the critical inner voice that often perpetuates self-doubt and self-sabotage. The role of stress and anxiety in self-sabotage cannot be ignored, as they often drive the need to escape through distractions or avoidance. Redirecting this energy into constructive outlets is transformative. Engage in activities that calm your mind and rejuvenate your spirit, whether through physical exercise, mindfulness practices like meditation, or creative pursuits that channel your energy into something meaningful. These practices not only alleviate immediate stress but also build resilience, reinforcing your ability to confront challenges without reverting to harmful habits. Each small victory in this process contributes to a growing sense of self-efficacy, allowing you to face future obstacles with greater confidence and clarity. Modern Stoicism, with its timeless principles adapted to the complexities of contemporary life, teaches us that meaningful change is both possible and empowering. As you work to replace self-sabotaging behaviors with constructive habits, consistency becomes your greatest ally. Change does not happen overnight, but with patience and persistence, the new habits you cultivate will take root and grow stronger. Over time, they become second nature, reshaping your mindset and empowering you to pursue your ambitions without the weight of self-imposed limitations. Epictetus reminds us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This Stoic principle underscores the importance of reclaiming control over your reactions and choices, allowing you to rise above internal and external challenges alike. In today's fast-paced world where distractions are abundant and self-doubt often looms large, adopting the discipline of Stoicism can provide a sense of grounding and purpose. Letting go of self-sabotaging habits is not just a personal victory, but a profound declaration of self-worth. It signals a commitment to living in alignment with your highest potential. As you clear away these obstacles, you create space for growth, fulfillment, and a life that reflects your deepest values. The Stoic pursuit of harmony between intention and action becomes a guiding light, illuminating a path toward greater joy and achievement. Embracing this journey, you step into a life unburdened by fear and filled with possibility, embodying the core Stoic belief in the transformative power of inner strength and resilience. Let me ask you this. If you're ready to take charge of your life and overcome self-sabotaging habits to unlock your true potential, take action now. Like this video and comment below. Master yourself. Transform your life. Because true strength doesn't come from controlling external events, but from mastering yourself. Start your journey today to break free from self-imposed limits and build a life that truly reflects your deepest values. Number 4. The need to control everything. The need to control everything is a burden many of us carry without even realizing it. From trying to manage every detail of our work environment to steering the outcomes of our personal relationships, the desire to have everything go just right can feel overwhelming. But here's the truth. So much of life is beyond our control. The actions of others, the weather, unexpected challenges, these are forces we can't dictate no matter how hard we try. And what does this effort to control everything bring us? Frustration, exhaustion, and a persistent undercurrent of anxiety. Stoic philosophy offers a liberating perspective here. It reminds us of the vital distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. As Epictetus taught, the only things truly within our power are our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Everything else lies outside our grasp. Once we embrace this wisdom, we can redirect our energy from futile attempts to manage external events, to mastering our internal world. Imagine the freedom of no longer feeling bound by the chaos of the uncontrollable. To bring this concept to life, let's think about Jack, a project manager who prided himself on running a tight ship. He planned every detail meticulously and felt immense pressure to ensure that nothing went awry. But despite his efforts, life had its way. Team members made mistakes, deadlines shifted, and unexpected issues arose. Jack's stress reached a boiling point until he stumbled upon the Stoic secrets of focusing on what's within your power. He began to shift his mindset, channeling his energy into how he responded to these challenges rather than the challenges themselves. Instead of micromanaging his team, he worked on fostering trust and adaptability. The results were remarkable. Not only did Jack find more peace, but his team thrived under his newfound leadership. Now ask yourself, how often do you cling to control in situations that are inherently unpredictable? How much energy do you spend wrestling with the uncontrollable, and what could you achieve if you let go? Letting go doesn't mean abandoning ambition or responsibility. It means embracing the reality that uncertainty is a part of life. It's about developing the strength to navigate life's ebbs and flows with calm and resilience. This is the essence of Stoic philosophy, to master the art of living by focusing only on what is truly ours to govern. The lesson is clear. Stop fighting battles you can't win and start investing in the only thing you truly own, your inner self. When you release the need to control everything, you open the door to peace, clarity, and a deeper sense of freedom. The next time life throws you a curveball, pause and ask yourself, is this something I can control? If not, let it go. Trust in the flow of life, and remember, as the Stoics teach us, true strength lies in mastering yourself, not the uncontrollable. By living these Stoic secrets, you can cultivate serenity amidst the storm and find power in surrendering to life's natural rhythm. Number 5. The fear of failure. The fear of failure is a persistent shadow, whispering doubts that often prevent us from taking the steps necessary to achieve our dreams and realize our full potential. This fear thrives on our worries of making mistakes, appearing foolish, or feeling the sting of disappointment, and convinces us to retreat into safety. As a result, we often avoid challenges and opportunities that could lead to personal growth and meaningful success. Yet, as Stoicism so aptly teaches, failure is not an adversary to be avoided, but a mentor to be embraced. Seneca's timeless words remind us, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. This perspective offers a powerful antidote to the paralyzing perfectionism and endless comparisons magnified by modern social media and societal expectations. In our fast-paced world, the fear of failure can feel particularly overwhelming. The constant pressure to project success often leads us to prioritize the appearance of perfection over the authenticity of trying and learning. However, modern Stoicism provides a liberating perspective by reframing failure as a necessary and valuable step on the path to self-improvement and wisdom. Life itself can be seen as a series of experiments, where every misstep serves as an opportunity for feedback and growth rather than as a judgment of our worth. Each stumble holds the potential to refine our skills, challenge our assumptions, and build the character needed to face future challenges. When we allow the fear of failure to paralyze us, we not only forfeit the chance to grow, but also deny ourselves the rewards of living boldly and authentically. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot control the outcomes of our actions, we can control how we perceive and respond to them. Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This teaching is a cornerstone of resilience, urging us to shift our mindset so that failure becomes a badge of courage and a testament to our willingness to strive. Instead of seeing failure as a source of shame, we can embrace it as a natural and necessary part of the learning process. By doing so, we free ourselves from the chains of fear and open the door to meaningful risks, ambitious pursuits, and the fulfillment of our deepest aspirations. Letting go of the fear of failure is not just an act of courage but also a gateway to self-discovery and purpose. In a world driven by rapid change and relentless innovation, resilience and adaptability are essential qualities, and failure is an inevitable companion to growth. Each mistake we make offers invaluable insights about our strengths, our strategies, and the areas we need to improve. These lessons are often the most enduring and effective tools for navigating future uncertainties. By embracing this truth, we become better equipped to face life's challenges with both grace and fortitude, embodying the Stoic ideal of resilience in the face of adversity. To overcome the fear of failure, we must redefine what success means. True success is not the absence of failure, but the courage to act despite its possibility. Every failure we encounter becomes a stepping stone, shaping our journey and contributing to our progress. This perspective encourages us to see failure as a natural and enriching part of life, fostering a deeper sense of self-worth and an increased capacity to persevere. By shifting our mindset in this way, we liberate ourselves from the limiting constraints of fear and adopt a growth-oriented approach that empowers us to take actions aligned with our values and aspirations. When we embrace failure as a tool for growth, we cultivate resilience, adaptability, and a profound sense of purpose. Modern Stoicism reminds us that true strength lies not in avoiding failure, but in rising each time we fall, armed with the wisdom and experience gained from the process. Letting go of the fear of failure unlocks our potential, enabling us to live fully and authentically. Guided by the courage to strive and the wisdom to learn, we transform each setback into an opportunity for progress, and every challenge into a chance to forge a stronger, more capable version of ourselves. This transformation is the essence of the Stoic path, where growth emerges not in spite of failure but because of it. Number 6. Unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations are a silent burden we often carry, creating stress, frustration, and an endless cycle of disappointment. When we demand perfection from ourselves, others, or the world around us, we set a trap that is bound to spring shut. Life, in its complexity and unpredictability, rarely aligns with the flawless scenarios we construct in our minds. Relationships are imperfect, outcomes are uncertain, and even our best efforts may fall short of idealized visions. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful antidote to this cycle: the wisdom to focus on what is within our control, our efforts, our intentions, and our attitude. As Epictetus reminds us, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle: some things are within our control, and some things are not. By internalizing this principle, we learn to release our grip on unrealistic expectations and approach life with a balanced and resilient mindset. Letting go of unrealistic expectations doesn't mean abandoning ambition or ceasing to strive for excellence. Rather, it means recognizing that while we can control the quality of our efforts, the outcome often lies beyond our influence. For example, you may pour your heart into a project, but factors like timing, resources, or external circumstances may determine its success. By shifting your focus to the integrity of your actions, rather than the final result, you free yourself from the weight of unattainable goals and allow room for satisfaction in the process itself. This approach is particularly liberating in relationships, where expecting perfection from others can lead to chronic dissatisfaction. People are inherently flawed, just as we are, and accepting this truth fosters healthier, more compassionate connections. In modern Stoicism, this principle finds relevance in the high-pressure environments of today's world. Social media, for instance, often amplifies unrealistic expectations, presenting a curated version of life that encourages comparison and discontent. We see the successes of others and wonder why our own efforts don't yield the same results, forgetting that these portrayals are neither complete nor realistic. By adopting a Stoic lens, we can combat this tendency by focusing on our journey and defining success on our own terms. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This timeless wisdom reminds us to reclaim our inner peace by anchoring our expectations in reality. Adjusting expectations to align with life's imperfections is not about settling for mediocrity, but about embracing the natural ebb and flow of existence. It allows us to celebrate progress, however small, and to approach setbacks with equanimity. When you accept that perfection is neither possible nor necessary, you create space for gratitude and fulfillment. This mindset also fosters resilience, as you learn to navigate challenges without being crushed by the weight of disappointment. In essence, managing expectations is a form of self-compassion, freeing you from the exhausting pursuit of an illusion and opening the door to a more authentic and meaningful life. In our fast-paced world, modern Stoicism offers a beacon of clarity amidst the noise of overachievement and perfectionism. By letting go of unrealistic expectations, you not only reduce unnecessary stress, but also discover a deeper appreciation for the unpredictable, imperfect beauty of life. As you release the need for everything to unfold exactly as planned, you make room for growth, joy, and a sense of purpose grounded in the present moment. This practice embodies the Stoic ideal of finding harmony between effort and acceptance, teaching us to live with grace, resilience, and a profound sense of inner freedom. Are you ready to let go of unrealistic expectations and live a freer life? Leave a comment with the slogan, "Let go of expectations, live free," and share with us how you are applying Stoic principles to live a peaceful, content life. Keep following. Your journey of transformation is just beginning, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Number 7. Worrying about the future. Worrying about the future is something many of us struggle with, often more than we care to admit. How often do you find yourself lying awake at night, overwhelmed by what-ifs? What if something goes wrong? What if you make a mistake? These spiraling thoughts, while common, create a mental storm that pulls us away from what matters most, the present moment. Worrying about things that may never happen saps our energy, reduces our focus, and keeps us trapped in a cycle of anxiety. Stoic philosophy offers a guiding light in these moments, reminding us of a simple yet profound truth. The future is beyond our control. While careful planning and preparation are essential for success, no amount of effort can predict or guarantee what lies ahead. The Stoics teach us to shift our focus to the only thing we truly have power over: our present actions, choices, and mindset. Let me share with you the story of Emily, a young woman embarking on the daunting journey of post-college life. Emily spent endless hours consumed by fear about her future career. What if her skills weren't enough? What if she picked the wrong path? These worries weighed her down, leaving her too paralyzed to take the steps necessary to move forward. It wasn't until she stumbled upon the Stoic secrets of living in the present that her perspective shifted. She realized she was wasting precious energy worrying about things outside her control. Instead of imagining worst-case scenarios, she decided to focus on what she could do right now. She tailored her resume, reached out to her network, and practiced her interview skills. With each small action, she gained confidence and clarity. The result? Emily not only landed a job that aligned with her goals, but also discovered peace in knowing she was doing her best with what she could control, leaving the rest to unfold naturally. Emily's story highlights a powerful lesson. Worrying about the future doesn't make you better prepared. It only steals your ability to act effectively in the present. Ask yourself, how much time do you spend caught in this cycle of fear, and what could you accomplish if you redirected that energy? Letting go of the need to control every possible outcome doesn't mean giving up on your goals or ignoring the challenges ahead. It's about accepting the unknown as an inherent part of life and trusting in your ability to navigate it when the time comes. By focusing on what you can do today, you free yourself from the emotional weight of an unpredictable tomorrow. The truth is, the future will always be uncertain, no matter how much we plan. What matters is how we choose to live and act in the here and now. By letting go of the need to anticipate and control every possibility, you make room for greater clarity, calm, and resilience. Embracing this mindset doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but it equips you to meet them with a steady mind and a confident heart. Living intentionally in the present allows you to appreciate the journey rather than obsess over the destination. What are you missing out on today because your mind is stuck in a future you cannot control? How can you realign your focus to take meaningful actions right now? The Stoics remind us that life is lived moment by moment, and each moment offers an opportunity to act with purpose. By embracing these Stoic secrets, you not only gain the strength to let go of worry, but also build a foundation of mindfulness and resilience to carry you through whatever lies ahead. Start today. What step will you take to free yourself from the weight of the unknown and reclaim the present? Number 8. The obsession with materialism. Materialism often tempts us with the illusion that happiness can be purchased, that a new car, the latest gadget, or designer clothes hold the key to fulfillment. While these possessions can bring a fleeting sense of joy, the excitement quickly fades, leaving us in an endless cycle of chasing the next thing. The promise of lasting contentment remains just out of reach, creating a void that material goods can never truly fill. This pursuit traps us in a mindset of not enough, always craving more but never feeling satisfied. Stoic philosophy, however, provides a timeless antidote to this endless striving by teaching us that true happiness is found not in what we own, but in how we live and think. As Seneca wisely noted, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. This insight challenges us to reject the hollow promises of materialism and instead focus on appreciating the non-material treasures we already have: love, personal growth, and the peace that comes from a contented mind. In today's world, dominated by consumerism and advertising, it's easy to believe the myth that wealth and possessions equate to success. Everywhere we turn, we are bombarded with messages urging us to buy more, upgrade, and accumulate. Yet, this relentless pursuit often leads to a sense of emptiness. Materialism encourages comparison, measuring our worth by what others have, and fosters an insatiable desire for more. The result is a hollow existence where our happiness depends on external factors, leaving us vulnerable to disappointment. Modern Stoicism offers a way to escape this trap by encouraging us to turn inward and redefine our priorities. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." His words invite us to detach from the superficial allure of material goods and instead find fulfillment in cultivating virtues like gratitude, kindness, and simplicity. This doesn't mean Stoicism condemns all material possessions. We all need certain comforts and resources to meet basic needs and support a fulfilling life. However, it is our unhealthy attachment to possessions, our belief that they define our worth, that leads to suffering. When we tie our peace of mind to what we own, we become enslaved to things beyond our control: trends, financial fluctuations, and societal pressures. Stoicism teaches us to refocus on internal wealth, qualities like resilience, patience, and the ability to find joy in life's simple moments. Practicing gratitude for what we already have allows us to break free from the relentless craving for more and fosters a deep sense of contentment. Take, for example, Emma, a successful professional who seemed to have it all: a high-paying job, a luxury car, and a closet full of designer clothes. Yet, Emma often felt restless and unfulfilled, constantly eyeing the next promotion or purchase to fill the emptiness. One day, a friend introduced her to Stoic philosophy, and Emma decided to reevaluate her priorities. She began to focus on experiences and relationships rather than things, spending more time with family and pursuing meaningful hobbies. Slowly, Emma realized that the happiness she had been chasing was already within her grasp, waiting to be uncovered in the life she had. By letting go of materialism, she found peace, purpose, and a renewed sense of gratitude for the blessings she had overlooked. The path to freedom from materialism lies in simplifying our lives and clarifying what truly matters. Stoicism encourages us to distinguish between needs and wants, allowing us to prioritize experiences and connections over superficial accumulation. Consider the enduring value of a heartfelt conversation, a quiet moment of reflection, or the satisfaction of helping someone in need. These are the treasures that money cannot buy. By shifting our focus from material possessions to the richness of the human experience, we align ourselves with the Stoic principle of living virtuously, which leads to deeper fulfillment and a sense of purpose. Letting go of materialism is not about deprivation, but liberation. It frees us from the constant cycle of dissatisfaction, allowing us to embrace simplicity and gratitude. When we detach our self-worth from external possessions, we gain something far more valuable: the freedom to live authentically, without the need to chase society's ever-changing definition of success. Happiness is not about acquiring everything we want, but learning to appreciate the blessings already in our lives. By adopting this Stoic perspective, we create space for what truly matters: character, connection, and the enduring joys of the human experience. This shift in mindset helps us live more intentionally, savor life's simple pleasures, and cultivate the inner peace that material possessions can never provide. In doing so, we embody the Stoic ideal of harmony with our values, unlocking a life of meaning, purpose, and lasting contentment. Number 9. Holding on to past mistakes. Holding on to past mistakes and regrets is a common yet deeply limiting habit, one that often anchors us to emotional pain and self-doubt. These lingering thoughts can cloud our present, shaping our actions and choices in ways that diminish our potential and happiness. Yet, as powerful as these memories may feel, they are no more than echoes of what has already passed, unchangeable and beyond our control. Stoicism, a philosophy grounded in practicality and inner resilience, offers profound guidance here. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This insight reveals a liberating truth. While we cannot alter the past, we hold the power to redefine our relationship with it. To let go of past mistakes, we must first acknowledge that failure is an inevitable part of the human experience. Each stumble or misstep, while painful, is also an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Instead of allowing these moments to define us, Stoicism encourages us to view them as stepping stones that pave the way for personal development. This perspective shifts the narrative from self-blame to self-compassion, enabling us to extract valuable lessons from our experiences. For instance, a mistaken judgment might teach us the importance of patience, or a failed endeavor might reveal a new path better aligned with our true purpose. In this way, our past becomes a teacher rather than a tormentor. Modern Stoicism resonates deeply in this context, offering tools to navigate the fast-paced and often unforgiving nature of contemporary life. In a world where perfection is idealized, the fear of failure can be paralyzing. Social media amplifies this pressure, showcasing carefully curated images of success, while masking the struggles and setbacks that underpin every achievement. By embracing a Stoic mindset, we learn to reject this illusion and focus instead on our own journey, acknowledging that mistakes are not the enemy, but an integral part of growth. Epictetus wisely stated, "It is not the things themselves that disturb us, but the judgments we make about these things." This timeless wisdom encourages us to shift our judgments about past failures, reframing them as experiences that have shaped our resilience and wisdom. Letting go of past mistakes requires an intentional act of forgiveness, not just toward others, but also toward ourselves. Self-forgiveness is a gift that liberates us from the weight of guilt and regret, allowing us to live fully in the present moment. The process begins with accepting what has happened and recognizing that our worth is not diminished by our imperfections. This acceptance creates space for growth, enabling us to focus on the future with clarity and purpose. When we release the emotional baggage of past failures, we reclaim our energy and attention, directing them toward what truly matters: the pursuit of our goals, the cultivation of meaningful relationships, and the fulfillment of our potential. In DUI practice, this means consciously choosing to let go of the what-ifs and if-onlys that haunt our minds. It means understanding that the past, while unchangeable, is not our prison, but our platform for growth. Modern Stoicism reminds us that the present moment is where our power lies, a power to shape our actions, mindset, and character. By embracing this perspective, we free ourselves from the shadows of past mistakes and step into a life of greater wisdom, resilience, and fulfillment. In doing so, we honor the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with reality, unburdened by regret, and fully engaged with the opportunities before us. If you've made it this far, you're truly on a journey to seek wisdom and personal growth. Leave a comment saying, "Let go of the past, step into the future," to show your commitment to letting go of past mistakes and living more intentionally and independently. Remember, every mistake is an opportunity for growth and development. Let's continue this journey of self-discovery together. Number 10. The fear of being alone. The fear of being alone often hides behind the mask of loneliness, but it goes much deeper than that. It's a fear rooted in isolation, rejection, or the unsettling thought that we don't belong. Many of us unconsciously cling to social circles or relationships not because they fulfill us, but because we're afraid of the silence that comes with solitude. This fear can create unhealthy dependencies, leaving us tied to others for emotional stability, validation, or even a sense of identity. Stoicism, however, offers a different perspective, one that turns solitude into a gift rather than a punishment. The Stoics teach us that peace begins within. Learning to enjoy your own company and finding comfort in solitude is a path to emotional independence. When you stop seeking validation from others, you unlock a self-reliance that empowers you to build relationships based on choice, not necessity, and to lead a life grounded in your own values. Consider Daniel, a young professional who dreaded spending time alone. His weekends were a blur of social obligations, parties, dinners, and events he didn't even enjoy, all to avoid the unsettling quiet of an empty apartment. But one evening, after yet another draining night of forced conversations, Daniel stumbled upon the Stoic secrets of embracing solitude. Inspired, he decided to experiment by dedicating an entire Saturday to being alone. At first, the silence was daunting. He felt restless, unsure of how to fill the hours. But as the day unfolded, Daniel began to find comfort in the quiet. He took a long walk through the park, rediscovered his love for sketching, and spent time journaling his thoughts and aspirations. What began as a challenge turned into a transformative experience. He realized that solitude wasn't something to fear. It was a sanctuary where he could reconnect with himself, explore his passions, and grow as an individual. When he re-entered his social life, he did so with a newfound confidence, no longer dependent on others for his sense of worth. What about you? How often do you avoid solitude, filling your days with distractions to escape the fear of being alone? Are you missing the opportunity to truly connect with yourself? Letting go of the fear of solitude doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It means cultivating a relationship with yourself that makes you less reliant on external validation. Solitude is a space for growth, reflection, and discovery. A place where you can find clarity about who you are and what truly matters to you. Far from being a void, it becomes a wellspring of peace, creativity, and strength. The Stoics remind us that the fear of being alone is often a distraction from the deeper work of self-discovery. When you embrace solitude, you begin to understand that your worth is not tied to others' approval or presence. Instead, you find it within, through your own actions, choices, and values. This realization not only transforms your relationship with yourself, but also enriches your connections with others. Relationships based on choice, not dependence, are healthier, more genuine, and far more fulfilling. The lesson is clear. Solitude is not loneliness. It's a powerful tool for self-discovery and emotional resilience. When you learn to rely on yourself, you cultivate a strength that no external circumstance can shake. The next time you find yourself avoiding time alone, ask yourself, what am I afraid of discovering? What might I gain if I embrace this silence instead? By integrating these Stoic secrets into your life, you not only strengthen your inner foundation, but also prepare yourself to navigate both solitude and connection with grace and confidence. Remember, your greatest ally is yourself. Don't let the fear of being alone keep you from realizing your full potential. In conclusion, letting go of these 10 things can drastically improve your life, bringing you more peace, freedom, and fulfillment. By eliminating the fear of judgment, toxic relationships, self-sabotaging habits, and other burdens, you'll create space for growth and happiness. Now that we've explored the things to let go of, let's dive into the next step: how to silently eliminate these obstacles from your life and cultivate a mindset rooted in Stoicism. How to silently eliminate these things from your life. Before we continue, remember that eliminating these things from your life is not a quick fix, but a lifelong journey. Stay with us to discover practical, actionable steps to create lasting change. Number 1. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is not just a practice, it is a way of life that helps us eliminate mental clutter and create a foundation for inner peace. At its core, mindfulness invites us to live in the present moment, free from the burdens of overthinking the past or worrying about the future. One of the most effective ways to cultivate mindfulness is through daily meditation, a practice that allows you to center your thoughts, develop focus, and reduce stress. This deliberate act of stillness helps quiet the mental noise, empowering you to face life's challenges with clarity. As Marcus Aurelius advised, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Through mindfulness, you reclaim that power, creating a sanctuary of calm amid life's chaos. Modern Stoicism emphasizes practical techniques to make mindfulness a consistent part of our lives. Deep breathing exercises, for instance, are simple. yet transformative tools. When stress arises, a few intentional breaths can anchor you in the present and restore balance. Journaling offers another avenue to foster awareness. By writing down your thoughts, you can identify and challenge negative patterns, giving yourself space to reflect and grow. This practice mirrors the Stoic idea of self-examination, as described by Seneca, who said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Through mindfulness practices like journaling, we can distinguish between real challenges and those created by our minds. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions abound, limiting unnecessary stimuli such as excessive social media use can significantly improve mental clarity. Constant scrolling divides our attention, pulling us away from the meaningful and into the superficial. By consciously reducing distractions, we make room for what truly matters: relationships, personal growth, and purposeful living. Modern Stoicism also encourages gratitude as a cornerstone of mindfulness. Taking a moment each day to acknowledge 3 things you are grateful for, whether it's a supportive friend, a small accomplishment, or a peaceful moment, can shift your mindset toward positivity and abundance. Physical activity is another powerful way to connect the body and mind. Activities like yoga, walking, or simply stretching not only reduce stress but also enhance focus and mental resilience. They ground us in the present moment, aligning our thoughts and actions in harmony. Simplifying daily routines is equally important. By eliminating decision fatigue, such as planning your meals or outfits in advance, you conserve mental energy for what truly matters, fostering a more intentional and mindful existence. Embracing stillness throughout your day is another essential aspect of mindfulness. Short breaks to sit quietly, reflect, or simply breathe can refresh your mind and enhance your ability to stay present. Stoicism, particularly in its modern interpretations, reminds us that peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. As Epictetus stated, man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. This perspective encourages us to accept uncertainty rather than resist it. Life's unpredictability is not a source of despair, but an opportunity to practice resilience and adaptability. Mindfulness is about living intentionally. By practicing meditation, journaling, gratitude, and physical activity, and by simplifying routines and limiting distractions, we align our actions with our values and focus on what truly matters. Modern Stoicism teaches that cultivating mindfulness is not about controlling every aspect of life, but about responding to it with grace and wisdom. This approach not only fosters mental clarity and emotional resilience, but also leads to a deeper, more fulfilling experience of life. In letting go of unnecessary mental burdens, we embrace a life rooted in presence, gratitude, and peace, embodying the Stoic principle of living in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. Number 2, build inner peace. Building inner peace is an intentional and transformative journey that requires aligning your environment, mindset, and daily habits to cultivate a foundation of serenity and inner strength. It begins with creating a positive atmosphere around you, surrounding yourself with supportive relationships and consuming uplifting content that nourishes your emotional well-being. Epictetus once said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." This advice underscores the importance of the people and influences you allow into your life, as they shape your emotional and mental landscape. Similarly, just as a cluttered room creates disorder, a cluttered mind filled with distractions and unnecessary thoughts can derail your pursuit of peace. Simplifying both your physical and mental space clears the path for clarity and focus, enabling you to direct your energy toward what truly matters. Inner peace also thrives when you adopt a growth mindset, shifting your perspective on challenges and setbacks. Instead of viewing difficulties as obstacles, see them through the lens of Stoic philosophy, as opportunities to strengthen your character and resilience. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This profound wisdom serves as a reminder that our true power lies in how we respond to the inevitable ups and downs of life. Strength emerges when you embrace forgiveness, a crucial step in releasing the emotional burdens of resentment and regret. By letting go of grudges, you not only free your heart from unnecessary pain, but also make room for joy, healing, and renewed energy. Protecting your peace further requires setting clear boundaries to safeguard your time and energy. Saying no to commitments or people that drain you without adding value is an act of self-respect that keeps you aligned with your priorities. Incorporating creative hobbies into your routine is another powerful way to build inner peace. Activities like painting, journaling, music, or gardening provide therapeutic outlets for self-expression and help you reconnect with your inner self. These moments of creativity can act as a refuge from the noise of daily life, allowing you to recharge and gain perspective. Equally important is reconnecting with nature, as time spent outdoors restores balance and clarity. Whether it's a quiet walk through a park, watching a sunset, or listening to the gentle rustle of leaves, nature has a grounding effect that reminds us of the beauty and simplicity of the present moment. Modern Stoicism encourages vigilance over the influences you allow into your life, including avoiding toxic individuals and harmful media that can disrupt your peace. By curating your environment and staying true to your values, you create a buffer against negativity and distractions. A strong commitment to self-care is another cornerstone of cultivating inner peace. Practices like getting adequate sleep, eating nourishing meals, and engaging in relaxation techniques such as mindfulness meditation or deep breathing are not indulgences, but essential elements of a balanced life. These habits reinforce your mental and physical well-being, giving you the stability needed to face life's challenges. Directing your energy toward meaningful goals that align with your values and passions also fosters a deep sense of purpose. When your actions reflect your true priorities, a profound sense of fulfillment follows, reinforcing your inner tranquility and resilience. In today's fast-paced world where distractions and demands seem endless, modern Stoicism provides a practical framework for cultivating inner peace. Simplifying your life, protecting your energy, and aligning your daily actions with your core values create a sanctuary of calm amidst the noise. This intentional pursuit of peace is not about avoiding life's challenges, but about meeting them with clarity and grace. As you cultivate this inner tranquility, you develop the resilience to navigate adversity and the clarity to pursue the joys and goals that matter most. In doing so, you embody the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, creating a life that is balanced, meaningful, and enduringly strong. Summarize the key lessons. To achieve freedom and happiness, you must let go of things that no longer serve you. Fear of failure, unrealistic expectations, anxiety about the future, toxic relationships, self-destructive habits, and material dependence. Final thoughts. Start taking action today, quietly and persistently. Life doesn't change because of big decisions. It changes because of the small, consistent choices you make every day. Encourage practical action. Don't hesitate. Everything you want to achieve begins with letting go of what you don't need. Don't let life pass by without taking steps toward what truly matters to you.